So we just got to Bella Rustina. Me and my dad are here, and I already feel like we're winning because we got the parking spot right in the front. So it's a pretty big parking lot, at least for, you know, Arkansas. So it's not like we're New York or Chicago like I just was, but we're about to walk in. Tons of jewelry, gonna get really excited, and I hope you guys enjoy this just as much as I'm going to. So these pins are $2 a piece, and as you can see, he's here at most of them. He has a giant collection all the time. I've known him from a lot of the auctions in town, so it's always really nice to see everybody. Ooh, look at that. Is that one at the very back? Yeah. Is it marked anything?
Don't think it is.
Don't think it is? It is very Miriam Haskell-esque. So I was very excited to get to go out because, you know, the disappointment just with the Chicago negotiations. It still hasn't gone through. I don't think it will at this point. We're kind of at a standstill. So coming to this, I was really, really excited to get to see some jewelry, get out, and I don't know, shake off the collection blues. And I found this guy who is always there at the shows, and I love him. He's a great guy. I've known him from the auctions everywhere. And I found just 3 pieces from him that was amazing. I ended up paying $75 for 3 pieces. Some people think that's a lot. Some people think it's nothing. For the pieces I got, it was really nothing. But he has an extensive collection, and he sells at flea markets. And at those flea markets, he has these giant cases, and he brings them to each one of these. And he has these bracelets and necklaces and cameos. He does everything. And I love talking to him. He's a great guy, and I love looking through his stuff too. He's usually priced very well. Also, which is always nice to have good prices. However, the one piece I did go back and find there, oh my goodness, that was really exciting. That was priced too well. As you can see, is anybody Pirates collector? Because they have every color. Oh, look. Here, me and my dad used to collect and resell this before we got into jewelry, and my dad doesn't do jewelry anymore. He just metal detects. Right, Dad?
Yep.
But still, one of me and my father's passions is glass, and we love it. And he can tell you what everything on here is. I can tell you a little bit, like swung glass or Viking, but he's really good. He knows the patterns and everything.
Too expensive is what it is.
If you didn't hear him, he said too expensive is what it is. He just found like the most amazing piece of summer so Murano for like $4 at a different place. So everything's too expensive to him. Oh, look at that. Look at that. But we're here for jewelry, so let's find some jewelry.
the little China guy. We have him. We have him in amber. Little wood guy.
Very cool.
With some more mottos.
Very cool.
Jewelry jar. Don't do it.
No.
There's nothing in it. Don't do it.
So this was like open air. It's usually in an enclosed building, so it's very comfortable. And usually, even at this time in Arkansas, it's pretty warm. But there was like a winter weather thing going on, and the air was rushing in, and it was so cold. I couldn't stand how cold it was. Two, me and my dad, we always go and eat after we go to these things, and we were starving. So we're trying to rush through, but I'm also trying to get some video because, I wanted to show you guys one of these Bella Rustinas. And this one isn't like the best one to show you because it was this open air one. But it's still nice to kind of see what I walk through. Usually there's more jewelry, but I think it's just the location that held a lot of that back. A lot of this was more like, I think like artisan made. I thought it was vintage, but she had a lot of artisan stuff in there. And then she had bags of other things, like little deals and stuff, but nothing I was too interested in.
I think these are made newer. Okay. Thank you. Cannot. I mean, we can't just always let hunger control everything about us. It's true. I'm hungry.
So this was in like a little room that jutted off to the side, so it was a little bit warmer. It was out of the wind blowing everywhere. And she had some neat little pieces, but her prices were, I feel like, very expensive for what it was. I thought like that was maybe like a Kenneth Lane frog bracelet or something, but it wasn't. It was, I kept going back to this little sterling one over there. She had beautiful pieces though. Like these pieces, I feel like maybe weren't terrible. And here, these antique ring boxes. I mean, I like the antique ring boxes almost as much as the rings that are in them. So those are really, really pretty. She had some really gorgeous ones. There was one ring I even thought about like buying for myself. That red one with like the white in the middle. I just loved it. But then she had tons of sterling. But I mean, these rings, I honestly don't give a lot for sterling. When I find it, I usually can get it in pretty big bulks for fairly cheap. And she had like, $70, $80 on every ring. And this bracelet is so pretty. I noticed it pretty quick, especially like, I noticed it was Juliana. But she had like a pretty massive price tag on it. I think it was like a little over $180 or something. And for me, yeah, there you go, $185. It's just gonna have to stay there. I sometimes at these places I don't understand how they can get these prices, or if they even do get prices like this. That's not a price I could get for anything like that. So, I mean, good luck. She had little bowls of jewelry, just jewelry everywhere. And I did enjoy kind of looking through and picking through some of it. But once again, most of them, like, see, $5 each for clip earrings. Not a bad price. Not saying it is. I kept looking at those cufflinks. They looked like HAR, but I don't know, they weren't. And then she wants $15 for them, which isn't a terrible price, but just not something I'm gonna really pay for it. But she had lots of little thises and that's, but just wait, like I turned around and didn't realize there was an entire table full of stuff as well, so you'll see that in a second. Here was some Victorian pieces she had, but they were in rough shape, and I couldn't get my head around paying like $50 a brooch for something that was completely squished. This was a couple pieces I thought about. They were more reasonably priced. They were Margot, and that's always a really good seller, even though it's not so much my style. But when I resell, I definitely like the brand names, so then I can go out and buy the ones I do love. So there's two ways I feel like you can look at this silver. As a collector, just pick up what you want and what you love and what makes you feel good. And if you're a reseller, you need to be looking at brand names and of course always prices, but also like the uniqueness of it. Like this little guy's head was gonna screw off. He's like a little snuff bottle, a little star Santa. But as a collector and a reseller, I look at all of those and have to put them all together. And, which piece am I going to keep? Which piece am I going to sell? What's going to bring the most? And sterling is kind of hard that way for me because I do love sterling, but it's hard for me to pay quite a bit for it. It's hard for me to pay more than really, honestly, probably $10 or $15 a piece for it. This is where my dad tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "There's a whole table over here." And I started looking and I was kind of going through it a little fast because, like I said, the prices on it were a little astronomical for me, especially at these shows. I feel like at these shows, the prices usually would be cheaper because it's not like a worldwide audience. But I mean, hey, I guess it's whatever they can get for it. As you can see, she has all of these things lined up. And I found out when I was going down, she has them lined up more in like little sections too, like birds, dogs, fish. It was really neat. But like I knew that was a Coro brooch. These owls were really neat. I don't know, I kind of have been drawn to owls here lately. This one was beautiful. I don't know, I loved it. It just looks like somebody. And I have a lot of brooches that like that looks like somebody, but it's not signed. I'm gonna have to figure it out one day. But she still had like $20, $30 on like unsigned brooches. All those Christmas trees were very nice. But I'm not a very big Christmas tree kind of person. I only really buy them to sell. Oh, those necklaces, that blue one. I loved that blue one. Then we came to these clear rhinestones, which always catch my eye because they're just so pretty. And she had some older ones, some swedge ones, and she just had all kinds there. I don't know. I loved this one. I don't even know if I show you guys, but it was just, it's odd. I guess when you collect so much, the odder pieces come out at you. Look at that, $59. It wasn't even marked. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's very nice. Once again, I don't want to scream about anything, but when I resell jewelry, I don't get that much for it. So I always wonder how in the world people get that much money for their jewelry. Um, I know I get that much for like extremely nice pieces, but not not just like unsigned pieces. And I don't even try to sell it for that. I like to put it back out in the world for people to love and enjoy, not keep in a cabinet because it costs them so much. Leopards and tigers and hearts, and there was she had all kinds of stuff. Green, I showed that one for my mom because her favorite color is green. Giraffes, which my daughter calls zebras. And that was so pretty. I loved the black and red. I think it was Emmons. Yeah, Emmons. But I don't know, like black and red, you don't see that color combination a lot unless it's like in playing cards. I really loved that piece too, but I couldn't make myself spend the $30 on it. It was art. It was by Art or Arthur Pepper. And that black that they have on there, I always like that with those bright rhinestones. It really gives it a great contrast. This was a great color combination that I hated. The swedge formation on it, but the pinks and yellows I hated. But I thought it was great still color combination, even though I disliked it. My dad loved this brooch, and he was like, I like that one. And it was like, I guess almost like a maybe Gemini sort of brooch, but it was very expensive. I think they had like $90 on it. Do 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 do. It's a dolphin and all kinds of fish. Oof, that's terrible. Sorry. Oh, it had a lizard on it, and I loved it. And then I turned it around and saw that it was pretty much new. I'm like, they got me. They got me again. I have that. I have that in pink and white. That's new. Very new. But I thought the blue was so pretty. And then this is like some West German pieces, which I don't know if there's a lot of collectors out there who are listening who've collected, but West Germany, these pieces used to be very cheap. And now I sell like a pair of the clip earrings for like $45, $50, which I think is insane. But this is a Hobie piece. I liked it a lot, but once again, the price was like $98. I'm never going to get that. I didn't like it enough to wear it myself for $98.
I set up in one of them.
So my dad is talking about wind blocks. I am freezing. Unfortunately, inside there was freezing cold. It was not enclosed. Now he's laughing at me because I left my car running at a garage sale that we went to, and instead of staying there for 4 minutes, we stayed there for 40 minutes. But Dad got a really cool American flag, so that's great. Yep. I, though, don't know if you guys saw at the very front, grabbed a, let's see, just want to show you real quick before I go because we're going to get a steak. And as you can see, my face is red. It's so cold. But check this baby out. Yes, I'll have to buff it and stuff. But, oh, it fell again. Don't you ever know?
Oh, I wasn't watching.
Elephant Jelly Belly. Marked right there on the ear. Trifari. How much did I get for it? $25. Yay! Best Buy. So we left this morning and it was like 50 something degrees, and now we just got back into Conway and here we are, like a little blizzard area. Always so much fun in Arkansas. Here comes a sinus infection. So now it's pretty late at night and I am just finishing my video, and I wanted to show you guys the pieces I got. It was just a few pieces, it wasn't a lot. But when I got home, I had to, of course, get my daughter and, you know, then food and this and that. And I didn't have time to, like, really play with the jewelry. But I'm going to show you guys the jewelry real quick that I got. I got my daughter some of these, like, tie beanie babies with the big eyes. And I got just a few pieces of jewelry. All together, I only spent, I think it was like $105. It wasn't much. So here's my finds. I paid $25 for this. I think they call it a trumpeting elephant, but it's like a jelly belly. It's got like the Indian blanket over it. It's missing some rhinestones. It's kind of, you can see, kind of scarred up a little bit. But, let's see there, Trifari. And then it's marked sterling there. And then it has the number there. The big chunk of lucite is still in great condition. And I'm going to clean this up. I'll put like a before and after at the very, very end to show you. But I gave $25 for this guy, which is ridiculously cheap. So I'm super excited. And I did that like first off. So being able to like get that first off really just made the rest of my day. And then I bought this set for $35. It's just really beautiful. The enamel leaves, and then there's not, these are, you know, open backs, so they're just clear rhinestones that I love. And I think it's funny, here we have one dead rhinestone, like compared to the couple with the foiled back ones. So I'll probably change that up because I love this. I don't know if I'll sell this, and I'm feeling this is a keeper. Just because I even bought it as a keeper, and it came with the matching earrings. And then I bought these to sell because even in my video, I just do not. I've seen so much West Germany earrings and necklaces and everything, and I've seen them all throughout my life, really. And these would come in like just the bags and bags and bags of them, and now you can sell them for so much more. I gave $5 for the pair of those. And everybody knows blue at this point, if you've watched my videos, is my favorite color. So this checkerboard pattern in this dark blue, I love it. It's missing a rhinestone, no big deal. I can replace that easy. It is Kramer of New York, and I ended up giving, I think it had 18. He gave it to me for 15. So that literally was all I got there, though. Okay, besides, if you want to see my daughter, who makes me put her baby socks on her animals so they don't get cold at night. But I bought her a lot of those little things. They were like $1 a piece. So I spent the most on that and these. But I'm really excited. I'm going to get this one cleaned up and fixed just because it's so pretty. I hate to let it even sit here in disarray. And I already know with all the stones and stuff I have that'll be easy to put right back in original condition. So those were the pieces, and I was really excited. Really, really excited for this one. I mean, this one made my day.
Stepping into the club now. I know you notice me. Wanna be your medal. First prize, although you cheat. Let's turn the lights up. Turn it out, turn it out. You and me like a face up. Building up, building up. Your head's in the blur 'cause of me. You're right where I want you to be. I got you locked